Welcome to Live at 8. That's right, folks. It is live at 8. It is Friday Y Day. Oh, that's fun to say. It is Friday Y Day. That's right, Friday Y Day. And joining me on the show every Friday is none other than Dan and Tommy. What's up, fellas?
How's it going, man?
Yeah, you guys.
So
doing
good to be back
we're
on
back.
Live at 8.
We're back, baby.
Season 2.
Season 2.
Here we go.
Episode 3.
Yeah.
Episode 3. So, hey, so some folks are listening to this, not watching it, because this is a podcast, which is pretty cool.
Awesome.
Some like to call it a cast.
The cool kids call it a cast.
Hey, I got a cast going. So, yeah, you can get the podcast on Spotify or iTunes, right?
Or Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts. Yeah,
Where Tommy gets his from. That is not a product endorsement.
Hey, what's your guys' favorite cast these days? Podcasts.
It's a good one. You know, it comes and goes. I don't follow it all that consistently, but Typology interviews people from different Enneagram numbers and leadership stuff.
That's a good one.
Quirks, and so that's kind of just a fun one to pop in and out of.
That's a good one. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Tommy, hey, you got a cast?
I got a cast. Mine is not as deep. The Rewatchables, one of the best podcasts out there.
Sure.
Rewatchables.
Sure.
So they rewatch old movies, classics from our childhood, and then they talk about them for about an hour.
Love it.
It's good.
So hey, to our friends that are listening to this on the podcast, it would be a belated birthday gift to myself if you would rate it, review it, share it. We want to help as many people as we can, certainly during this this cultural moment. We are in a tough one, boys, but we're going to get through it together. So that's all of our friends on the cast, on the podcast. But we got a bunch of folks that are watching right now at wearemission.online. You guys want to say hello? They can see you. You guys can say hi to them.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, they can see us. I didn't know that.
Dan, they can see that Dan is somewhere in the Serengeti. What do we got going on there?
I am between a fern and I am between a brown leather chair with a pillow in meeting room 1. The option was either a blank white wall behind me and this beautiful lighting that makes me look like I have jaundice, or I can frame myself a little bit. So I just figured I'd get creative.
It's fun. Everyone is just delighted to see you, Dan. And Tommy's drinking a Guinness. No, it's not a Guinness. Well, could be. I don't think it is. It's early.
It's not.
What do you got?
Not at 8 a.m. This is a nitro brew that we got going in our office. See the nice head on that? That our listeners can't, but our viewers can see it.
That's a beauty.
Very tasty. Very tasty.
Yeah. So we're into the nitro. The nitro, is it nitro cold brew or just nitro brew? What do we say?
I actually am not well versed in this area.
Well,
I'm late to the party.
If some that are watching right now know what the appropriate way to talk about that, just let us know. Maybe it's nitro cold brew or just nitro brew. But it's amazing coffee that looks like Guinness, but it's not. But hey, welcome to Live at 8. We are back, season 2, episode 3. And today, every Friday, what we're going to do for the next 13 weeks is we're going to talk about our why. Now, why would we do that? Why would we spend one of our 3 episodes, a third of our episodes on the why of Mission Church? Well, it's because if you lose your why, you lose your
way.
That's right. You lose your way. And we owe some of that insight to Simon Sinek for sure. If you lose your why, you lose your way. So today is Friday Y Day. And what we've been doing as a staff, we started this actually back in the month of, I think June maybe, is we started going through this book right here. You can't see it if you're listening, but if you are watching, you could see it. That book is called Canoeing the Mountains. Canoeing the Mountains. This will be in the show notes if you'd like to order it. The show notes are at johnpeacock.com. Click on show notes. Everything will be there for you. But Canoeing the Mountains. Wow. What a book.
And timely.
Man. I mean, he wrote it a number of years ago, but it feels like it feels prophetic for right now.
Upon a gem. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are liking the book?
Yeah, we just discussed chapter 12 today as a staff, and I know for all of us, but Dan and I particularly, one of the best leadership chapters I've ever read. So good. And yeah, John, to your point, it's like he wrote it for us for this moment, however many years ago. So can't recommend it enough. Such a great book.
Yeah. So Tom, you've got Q-tips in your ear. What do you got going on here? We got some. This is season 2. This is like new gear. What do you got?
Yeah, I forgot my headphones at home, so I had these in my car. These are AirPods.
AirPods.
Not the AirPod Pro, which I do want to get one day, but they're pricey.
Yeah.
So just the AirPods.
Yeah. And financially, we're canoeing the mountains, so we may need to hold off on that. Mm-hmm. Everyone's trying to save where they can, and so canoeing the mountains. This book has been it's been so helpful for our team, and so what we're going to do over the next 4 weeks is we're going to talk about one phrase from Canoeing the Mountains, and that phrase, it starts with like this. It says, "Start with conviction." Right? You start with your convictions. You start with your convictions. So important. The second thing you do is you stay calm. You stay calm. So start with convictions, stay calm. Then it says, stay together. And then lastly, stay the course. That's good, isn't it? I love that. I love that. I wouldn't call it a phrase. Maybe it's
like a framework.
Yeah, like kind of like a framework, 4-part framework. So that's where we're going over the next 4 weeks. Start with convictions, stay calm, stay together, stay the course. So today is start with convictions. And so a lot of people that are listening to the podcast or watching this right now, whether that's live at wearemission.online or on my Instagram TV, we're talking about Mission Church. That is the church that God has entrusted us to lead, and he's letting us continue to lead it. And so I just think it's so important for us to virtually lead our church through Friday Y Day. And so today is all about start with convictions. And certainly this weekend, we're pumped. This Sunday is in many ways the starting line of stage 3 of our Gathering Differently plan. In the month of May, we rolled out to the folks of our church a 3-stage plan of how we're not just going to reopen church, but we want to redefine church by gathering differently. Stage 1 was totally and exclusively online. Stage 2 was at watch parties. And then we said, hey, there is a day coming when we're going to hit stage 3. And when we do, here's what stage 3 includes. It's not that we shut down those first 2. No, those are going to run, I think, probably until Christ returns. But stage 3 is we're going to gather differently online at the building and at watch parties. And so that's happening this Sunday. This is exciting. The physical doors are reopening, 2 services, limited capacity, 9 a.m. and 10:30. And all three venues are running. We got one church, 3 venues, online, at the building, at watch parties, and they're all going to be humming this weekend, boys.
Excited about it.
Yeah,
super exciting, because if you think back to when we used to gather here, way back in March, we would gather here. That felt like pretty much everything we were doing, and then you kind of had this online thing. People were tuning in. Now it's like, no, only 1/3 of what we're doing is happening at the building. And it's going to be cool. Like just thinking through, I think I'm leading worship this weekend. But when I'm up there, it's going to be 1/3 of what's going on in that moment. My neighbors are literally going to be with my wife and kids watching church at a watch party. And there's going to be people online. So I'm really excited about it. I have been for a while, and I don't get excited about much, as you guys know. I'm excited about this.
You are,
I stay calm. I just
that's
even
right.
keel.
That's
Maybe even keel.
Even keel.
He's even keeled. He runs at 70 degrees. He runs at 70 degrees no matter what's going on. But I think you're running a little hot right now. You're excited.
Well, could be this.
Could be the nitro.
Coffee.
Could be the nitro.
And I would say, if you're listening and you're going, wait a minute, one church, 3 venues, online, at the building, in watch parties, that almost sounds like triple the work. And Tommy's talking about leading in one location and a watch party going on, like, whoa, that's 3 times the effort. And you're right, it is not convenient, but it is definitely aligned to our conviction, which is why you are not surprised that we are doing this on Friday Y Day. It is a conviction move. It is not a convenient move. And so we're excited to experience what God's going to do leading through conviction. Yes.
Here we are, season 2, episode 3, and Dan's off to it again, putting things succinctly. Yeah, because I think some folks, perhaps they're like, all right, these guys are going to do what's convenient. And we would say, hey, we love you, but if you'll give us a shot, I think we're going to show you that this actually isn't based on convenience at all. Our Redefining Church plan has been completely based on convictions. And as Tommy, as you just said, man, I love that like, we're just going to meet people where they're at. We're going to meet people where they're at. And we believe this is modeled to perfection in Jesus Christ, the incarnation, John chapter 1, right? The word Jesus became flesh and blood and moved into the neighborhood. That's the Message translation. Incarnational ministry, what does that mean? It means you go to where the people are at. And that's what we're doing. We're just bringing church to wherever they're at. They may be online. All right, we're coming to you. We got a unique online experience for you. You can watch that at 9 or 10:30 at weirdmission.online. All right, we're gonna meet you where you're at. Some of you are like, you know what? I really want to be in the room. I want to be in the room. I want to feel the bass again, right? I want to feel the bass. And so you're going to feel the bass. We're going to turn it up a little bit extra, I think, this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're going to meet you where you're at. You know, I think there's at least 33% of our church that are like, I want to be there at 82 Stratford Drive. And we'd say, all right, we'll see you this Sunday at 9 or 10:30. We're going to meet you where you're at. And we're going to help you gather differently. And then a whole bunch of people, praise Jesus, are saying, oh my gosh, this is the greatest missional opportunity of my life. To gather with neighbors, to gather with friends, to gather with folks that have never even heard of our church and experience church, not a lesser expression of it. No, the real deal. Church, why? Where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in their midst. They're going to experience it in driveways and are. And so we're just saying, hey, this isn't built out of convenience. We're not caving here. No, this is absolutely flowing from our convictions, and something we're quite excited about.
Yeah, and I think it's important to say that back in late May, early June, we could have, we had the liberty and the right to reopen the doors. We did.
Yeah.
And that would have absolutely been the convenient move for Mission Church. It would have been the convenient move for us.
Yep.
But out of a place of conviction and out of our why, helping people find and follow Christ, we said, no, there's an opportunity like never before via these watch parties to reach people that they never came in the doors pre-COVID. They're definitely not coming in during COVID.
Right.
So it was a conviction thing and not a convenient thing. And I think we pass on the same message to you now. When you have now 3 opportunities in front of you, the temptation for you will definitely be to do the convenient thing. I get it. Don't do the thing that will help people in your life find and follow Christ. Wherever you can get people to come with you, particularly people who don't know Jesus, that should be where you gather. If that's online, you better be gathering online this week. If you can get people to the building, come here, invite, like we've always said. And if it's in your neighborhood, we need you to do this, not from a place of convenience. I mean, we were portable church for how talk about not convenient. It's in our blood to not do the convenient. So stick to your conviction. Sorry to bring up portable church, by the way.
Yeah.
No, and you guys remember, and if you're listening in or watching this now, maybe you didn't know that this happened, but Monday night was a massive unifying rallying of conviction not just the 3 of us, not just our staff, but well over 50 watch party hosts that are like pedal to the metal. We're doing this fall. Excited. We're hearing stories about people experiencing church for the first time, walking down sidewalks. The Peñas in our neighborhood were talking about theirs. Ed Bryjack, Nathan Weens out in Schaumburg. There were just so many stories and so many wins and just lessons learned among all of the watch party hosts who are doing this. No one's done it before. And it was just so encouraging to hear. There is a shared conviction in the air. That is something very special.
Yeah.
And so it's Friday Y Day, and it's all about helping people find and follow Christ. And it's not just a few of us. It's a lot of us that are excited about it.
Hey, let's talk real quick, and then we're going to wrap this up. We're going to try to be a little more brief this season. We'll see if we can do that. But I'd like to talk about the growth track real quick. And so there's a whole bunch of folks that are watching this or listening to this, and we have something called our growth track, 3 courses. We have the Alpha course, Planter course, and Partner course. And so Dan, if you could real quick, just kind of talk to us about that, what your guys are excited about and how people can get registered.
Yeah, absolutely. So as John said, we have the growth track. It opens up twice a year. And right now it's open for registration. In fact, we're halfway into registration. You can just head to wearemission.com. If you want to be a little expedited, a little bit more, you can go to wearemission.com/grow, and it'll take you right there. It'll share a little bit about what the Alpha course is, what the partner course is, what the planter course is. And they all kick off middle of September. So now is the time to register. And what I'm really excited about is, these 3 courses. I'm always excited about this, regardless of where you are in your relationship to Jesus, in your faith journey. If you're feeling stuck, they are designed to meet you where you are at and help you get unstuck.
That's right.
So if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling disoriented, if you are feeling heaviness and there's a weight and how can I win, take a step on the growth track. And I want to invite you to try Alpha specifically. All 3 of these are going to be available at the building or live streaming online. So if you're one of those that's like, hey, I want to engage online or I'm comfortable going to the building, take your pick. It's available live streaming online or at the building. And perhaps if you're in a watch party right now, I want to invite you to talk over the next 3 weeks as you hear about the Alpha course, as you listen to Bob's video in your watch party, and he talks about his experience on the Alpha course. Talk at your watch party and say, hey, is the Alpha course something we want to do? You can come to the building together. You can live stream it together, or I can help you set it up to where you can just live stream it as your watch party and participate in Alpha as a watch party group. So tons of ways that you can engage. Head to wearemission.com/grow.
I've been saying,
this is an intense season of life for every single one of us. Yeah. And I am believing that in this most intense season, God wants to do some very intentional growth. So please do it.
Yeah.
Here to help.
Yep. And let me just pile on that before John takes it from here. John's going to speak to this on Sunday in his message. We know, because there's hard data, robust data out there, that since the beginning of June till now in the American church across the country, never has there been a higher rate of people's faith within the church decline and diminish. Never before in our lifetime has that been true. There's obvious reasons for that. But let's just keep it real. You're watching or you're listening, and that is true of you. In fact, if the 3 of us were honest, it's been true of us. This has been a really tough season. The growth track is there to combat. I mean, we are a community of faith. The church is a community of faith, and yet that very thing, faith, is plummeting like it's never been before. And so we have the growth track to help you combat that. Don't leave the door open for faith to continue to decline in your life. Sign up for a course. This is your faith that we're talking about. It's critical. So
I love it. Hey, are you guys leading the 3rd course again? Planter course?
Yeah. Yep. Planter course. Yep.
And all the dates and times are at that wearemission.com/grow. So you can take a look at it.
I got my my helper for my Alpha Circle.
Nice.
I had lunch with him this week, so he's in. I'll be doing Alpha again with a bunch of neighbors actually this time.
Awesome.
It's going to be super cool.
Yes. Awesome.
So I'm ready to roll. So today's all about starting with convictions. And I want to challenge you, the 3 of us do, to, as you think about this weekend, in whatever venue you're going to gather in, you get 3 options, right? It's online, it's at the building, or it's at a watch party. I want you to gather from a place of conviction, not convenience. It's old school, but growing up, I believe they called those worship gatherings, which means it's not about you. It means a worship gathering means like you go and you bring a sacrifice of praise. You bring a sacrifice of whatever. Why? Because it is about God. This is a worship experience. And it's amazing when you trade in convenience for conviction and you actually bring God something. It's amazing what begins to happen in your heart. So here's what I want you to do. If you are gathering online, let's lead with some conviction here. All right. Your worship, like you bringing a sacrifice, could be you bringing friends with you to watch that online. Text some friends today, right? The weekend hadn't started yet. Let them know. Say, hey, this Sunday, 9 or 10:30, you guys want to watch? You can stream it. You want to watch my church with me? That sounds like leading with convictions, starting with convictions. If you guys are going to be attending here, you got some buddies that they want to be back at a building like this. Bring them with you, right? Don't gather here out of convenience. Gather here out of conviction. Start with conviction. The same is true for your watch party. Don't make that a holy huddle. Don't make that 5 other friends that all believe the same things you believe. No, let's reach out to people that are in desperate need of the hope of Jesus. So let's just start with convictions. Let's actually experience a worship gathering this weekend. One church, 3 venues, and I'm fired up about it. I'm so fired up about it. I actually got a little benediction.
Ooh. On Friday, why day? You got a Benny.
I got a Benny. And so here's how we're going to finish up. Okay. I got a Benny. And again, we're going to be done here. The link for today's show will be a YouTube link. You're seeing it right now. You can share this link on any of your platforms. You can text it to a friend. Let's get the word out. Again, if you're listening to this on a podcast, you can like it, you can review it. If you need the show notes, johnpeacock.com. But here is the Benny. You boys ready? This is the Benny.
Yes.
Some of it's going to sound familiar, but I think you're going to like it. I got a little some new stuff in there. Here it is. Now go in the name of Jesus and power of the Holy Spirit to help people find and follow Christ. Go and be the church. Be the church. It's actually tattooed on Tommy's forearm. Can you show us, Tommy? In Greek, be the church. All right. Go and be the church in your school and in your workplace. Go and be the church on every street and in every home. Why? Because wherever you are, that's where the church just showed up. We shine the brightest when it's the darkest. We shine the brightest when it's the darkest. A scared world needs a fearless church, and we are that church. So don't shrink back. No, we engage. We don't retreat in fear, mission. We advance in faith. The time is now. The moment is here. The kingdom has come. Therefore, we must go to our city for his glory. We love you guys. We will see you one way or another this weekend as we gather differently at one of our 3 venues. We love you guys. Have a great Friday, Y Day. Until next week. Peace.